Hello everyone. Good afternoon, all of you. I think now you guys can hear me properly. Can someone respond whether am I audible to you or not?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now today the lab session is about the macros in C program. Sorry, macros in the C language. Before going to the lab session macros, I think there are some questions we have to discuss in the previous lab session, lab sheet 9, that multidimensional arrays. Okay, now I think I did up to question number 3. And the fourth question, write a C program to allows user to enter the values 3 by 3 and print the output of the matrix. I think you can do this one. And write a C program to find the summation of two matrices. That means you need to add two matrices, the 2 by 2. Okay, I think you guys can do that one also, adding. And the multiplication is little bit complex part because there are some rules available when you are multiplying. Okay, I think you guys uploaded the answers for this part, the matrix multiplication. So here the given example is for 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, here 3 by 3 left side, right side also 3 by 3. Therefore, expected output also 3 by 3. So I think you know how to multiply the matrices. So what you have to do is that this part, first row in the left side matrix should multiply it with the first column in the right side matrix. Okay, so if I do it properly, that means this row should be multiplied with this column. That means how to multiply it? 2 into 3. 2 into 3. After that, 2 into 4. After that, 3 into 3. You need to add those things, and the summation, you must put it to the here as 23. So you know 2 into 3 is 6. Here 8. Here 9. Then you know the answer 16 and 23. Yeah. 8 plus 9 is 17. 17 plus 6 is 23. Okay, now you have the answer for us 23. Then what you have to do, I will show it in the another color. In the second iteration, again this 2, 2, 3, this one should multiply it with this second column of the right side. Okay, remember that first part will not change. Still, you have to take the first column, sorry, first row in the left side. You have to multiply it with the second column in the right side matrix. Okay, then how to multiply? Here 2 into 5 plus here second one 2 into 2 plus last one 3 into 2. Okay, that value you have to put in here. That means 2 into 5 is 10, 2 into 2 is 4, plus 2 into 3 is 6. You know the value is 20. 20 is the output here. In the next one, again this one, 2, 2, 3, first row in the left side should be multiplied with the third column. Okay, that means 7, 1, 1. Okay, that output should be here. Then after that, you can go to the second row of the left side. When you come to the second row, again, you have to multiply it with the first column, second column, and third column. When you multiply it with the first column, this is the value. Second column, this is the value. Third column, this is the value. Then you can move to the last row. Last row also, you have to multiply it with the first column and put it to the here. Last row, multiply it with the second column, put value to the here. Last row, multiply it with the last column, put value to the here. Okay, this is the mechanism we have to do. That here we have given 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, suppose that the size is different. Here, let's say this is not the 3 by 3. Suppose that this is 3 by 4 matrix here. Then suppose that here 3 rows available and four columns. 4 columns mean, let's say 7, 5, 2. Okay, that means 1, 2, 3, 4 columns available and 3 rows. So here 3 by 4 matrix is here, but here 3 by 3. Can you multiply this one? How to multiply? You know the first row should multiply it with the first column. That means 2 multiplied with the 3 and sorry, this 2 multiplied with this 3 and this 2 should multiply it with this 4. This 3 should multiply it with this 3 and this 7 should multiply it with what? So you can see there is no row available. Therefore, this multiplication is impossible. Okay. Therefore, you have to identify when you are multiplying. So number of columns available here, number of columns in the left side. Left side number of columns should be equal to the number of rows in the right side. වම් පැත්තේ තියෙන column ගාන දකුණු පැත්තේ තියෙන row ගානට සමාන වෙන්න ඕන. නැත්නම් වැඩි කරන්න බෑනේ. මොකද row column නේ වැඩි කරන්නේ. So here we are multiplicating the columns with the row. Therefore, you know there is a rule available. Left side column should be equal to the right side rows. Okay. If it is not equal, then you cannot multiply. If the left side column not equal to the right side column, the multiplication is impossible. Okay. So therefore, now here the given answer is the 3 by 3. Okay. But you have to write the answer for the any number of matrices. That means user will enter the 2 matrices left and the right. Okay. That means first you have to ask from the users. That means user, what is the size of the first matrix and what is the size of the second matrix. Okay. If the user enter the left side is 3 by 4 and the right side is 3 by 3, you know, here 4, here 3, that is not equal. That means column, you know, this is row, this is column, this is row, this is column. Left side column is 4, right side row is 3, that is not equal. Then display an error message. This multiplication is not possible. If it is equal, then you can do the multiplication. I think you guys can understand this one properly. So, okay, now let's try to write the program for this one. Let's open the CLion IDE. Okay, here I erase these things. Okay, now first what you have to do, you have to ask from the user to enter the first matrix. That means number of rows in the first matrix, number of columns in the first matrix, as well as number of rows in the second matrix and the number of rows, number of columns in the second matrix. Then you can ask printf, let's say enter. Okay, students, sorry to interrupt. There was a connection issue in the university network. So now I think you guys can hear me properly. Yeah. Can someone respond whether you can hear me properly?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can someone tell me that where did I stop that? Whether you got this point up to here when I create this one? Shall I start from here?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So what we have to do now, we have to identify that I mentioned that when you are doing this kind of one, let's see. Okay, the number of rows should, sorry, here number of columns, left side number of columns should be equal to the number of rows in the right side. Okay, otherwise you cannot, that matrix cannot be multiplied. Okay, then what we have to do, first you have to take the user input, that enter the number of rows for the first matrix. Okay, then you can use the scanf percentage %d, and after that you may enter percentage %d. You have to declare a variable. Let's say int. So there are two matrices available. Let's say first one is M1, matrix 1. Okay, matrix 1, here I am taking the number of rows. Okay, let's say M1R. M1R mean number of rows in the first matrix. Okay, I put this one to the and M1R. Okay, so likewise, what you have to do, you have to take the number of columns in the first matrix. Enter the rows column. Enter the columns of the matrix. So declare another variable M1C, C for the column, matrix 1 columns, put it to another variable. Okay, likewise, I copy this one and paste it here for the second matrix. Okay, let's declare the second matrix as M2 rows, M2R, and M2 columns. That means M2C, number of rows and the columns. So pass it to the here. Let's say this is the second matrix. And this is also columns of the second matrix. Okay, M2R, second matrix R, and here M2 column. Okay, now we have taken the number of rows and number of columns. Okay, so initially we put these are 0, because otherwise we can't create an array without initializing. No? Therefore, initially we put those values as 0. After that, now I am going to create the matrix 1 and matrix 2. Okay, let's say first one, int matrix 1, M1. M1 means matrix 1. Okay, it is two-dimensional array. Okay, you know number of rows is M1R, whatever the user entered value. Suppose that user entered 3 by 4 matrix, likewise 3 by 4. Then 3 is available. 3 means number of rows. Okay, number of rows in here, M1R. M1R, and number of columns is available, M1C. Okay, likewise, the second matrix into M2, let's say M2R, number of columns, M2 rows, number of rows. Okay, now we know we have the two matrices. Now we are going to multiply this, suppose that 3 by 3. Okay, now we are going to multiply the two matrices, whatever the user entered values. Okay, but you know, you have before multiplication, you have to validate the number of columns in the left side should be equal to the number of rows in the right side. Left side rows should be equal to the right side. Sorry, left side columns should be equal to the right side rows. Okay, otherwise it cannot be multiplied. Therefore, check that condition. If left side mean M1, Okay, you know left side is M1. M1 number of columns. Here 3 columns available. Okay, number of columns available M1C. If M1C not equal, that means this one not equal to the number of rows. Rows mean here 1, 2, 3. Here, give me a minute. So I think there was. Okay, now I think you guys can hear me again, no? Can someone respond?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Where is the left? Okay, now I am here checking that M1 left side columns equal to the right side rows. If they are not equal, print that there is an error message. The matrices cannot be multiplied. Okay, then what we have to do? Then you can create this answer matrix. Okay, how does you get this answer matrix is you can identify how many columns and how many rows are available in the answer matrix. Okay, according to this example, you know this is 3 by 3 and here also 3 by 3. Okay, and here also 3 by 3. Okay, how do you identify this answer one is 3 by 3 or what is the size? Okay, you know, suppose that so this is 3 by 4. This is 3 by 4. 3 by 4 mean size is 3. Suppose that there are 2, 7, and 5. Okay, here 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Then if you have 4 columns, there should be 4 rows. That means, let's say 2, 9, 6. There should be another row available. Okay, now how to identify? If you have this kind of one, now I will use the different color. This one should multiply it by this one and put the value to someone here. Okay, and again this one multiplied with this one should value someone here. Again this one multiplied by this one and put the value somewhere here. Let's say there are 3 values available. This one multiplied by this one, the value x. This one multiplied by this one, value x. This one multiplied by this one, value x. Answer. Again, now what you can do? You can go to the second one, multiplied by this one, value to the here. Second one multiplied by this one, value to the here. Second column multiplied by this one, value to the here. Okay. Now this is 3 by 4. This is 4 by 3. Okay. Now this one multiplied by this one. And again, this one multiplied by the second one. Again, this one multiplied by the third one. So here also you can see 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, now I will get another example. Let's say here 2, 9, 6. Here 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then this one should multiplied by this one multiplied by this one, and that here multiplied by this one, and this one, and this one here. Now here there you have number of how many rows available here? Zero, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 rows and 4 columns. And here also there should be a value 8 to 6. There are 4. Sorry, not here. Two, 9, 6. Otherwise, we can't multiply this one. I think I did a mistake here. 2, 5, 6, or whatever the one. Okay, now you can multiply this one with here and put the value to the x, and this one multiplied by this one, put the value to the here, and this one multiplied by this one, put the value to the here, and this one multiplied by this one, put the value to the here. Okay, then you can go to the second one, again multiplied by this one, value to the here. Second one multiplied by this one, value to the here, value to the here, value to the here. And the third one, this one should multiplied by this one, value to the here. Again, this one multiplied by this one, this one, this one. And this one multiplied by this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, here it is 4 by 4 matrix. Okay, what is the output? Here you can see this is 4 by 3 matrix, and this is 3 by 4 matrix. Okay, here you can identify the output matrix. So here number of rows, number of columns, number of rows, number of columns. Okay, now you can identify the output matrix. How to identify the output matrix? So here it is 4 by 4. That means this one and this one. Okay, that left side matrix, number of rows, and the right side matrix, number of columns, is the output matrix, answer matrix. You have to calculate the size of the answer matrix. Here you can see it is 4 by 4. That means left side number of rows and right side number of columns is the answer matrix. Okay, then you have to identify that one in proper way. What you can do, you can declare answer matrix as let's say int answer matrix. It is 2 by 2 matrix. You know the size should be left side column, that means M1R. Left side is M1 matrix, no, M1R and M2C. Right side is M2C. Here M1R should equal M2C. Sorry, not the equal. M1R is the number of rows. M2C is the number of columns. Okay, now we have declared the size of the answer matrix. Now what we have to do? Now we have to fill this answer matrix. Okay, how to fill? You know the first row should multiply with the first column in the right side. Left side first row, right side this one. And again this one, second column. Again this one, third column. Okay, likewise you have to take this 20, 30 and 23, 20 and 19. So therefore, this one multiplied by this one, therefore you need at least 2 for loops. Okay, then try to write the for loops. For int I is equal 0. Okay, int I is equal 0. Then outer for loop should run number of rows in the left side. How many rows available in the left side? You have to take this one and multiply it by this one, and this one. Take the number of rows. Here According to this example, number of rows is 3, but this is M1. M1 rows. You have to go until I less than M1 row and I plus plus. This is the outer for loop. Then what you can do, then you can go to the inner for loop for int j equals 0 and j less than what? This one should run with this one, and this one 3 times. When you take when I is 0, when the I is 0, that means this is the 0th column. You have to multiply how many times? 1, 2, 3. That means there are 3 columns available. Therefore, 3 times you have to run. That means how many columns available in the right hand side you have to run at this time. That means M2, how many columns available? This one should, did I make any mistake? This one should run, this is how many, you have to run how many columns, how many rows available in here. First one, you have to multiply it by this one, and this one. Okay, if you have any other one, then you have to go for another one. That means in the matrix 2, oh yeah, matrix 2, how many columns available? M2C. If I am doing any mistake, let me know. And J plus plus. Okay, I did the mistake. No, now before multiplication, so what we have to do first, we have to take the user inputs, no, because we don't have these values, no. Yeah, sorry, I did the mistake. So before doing this part, we have to take the user inputs. That means user input for the M1 and M2. After that, you can do the multiplication. Okay, first write the 2 for loops. That means number of rows and the number of columns. Int I equals 0, I less than for the M1. Okay, take the input for the M1. Let's write the comment. Input for the M1 matrix. Okay, M1, how many rows available? M1 row until M1 row and I plus plus. After that, what you can do, another for loop. Int j equals 0. That j less than M1, how many columns available? Okay, here example 3. That means M1 column. Okay, then j plus plus. Okay, now what you can do, you can ask user to enter the value. Printf, enter matrix 1 0 0 location. Let's say first one is 0, second one is 0. 0 0 location value. Okay. Now you know when you come to the 0 0 location, that means this one. Okay, after that 0 1 location. Okay, therefore you can't hard code that one. 0 0 mean I j values. 0 0, next iteration j is 1, then 0 j. That means I j values. Here you have to replace I j values. Okay, but how to replace the I j values? I j is you know that they are decimal, that means integer values. Therefore, you have to use the percentage d and percentage d. and pass that ij values here. Ask user to enter the I and j values for the first matrix. Okay, then scanf, take that value to the percentage D, and you have to use the matrix 1 M1 0 0 location. M1 0 0 location. Okay, but you know the first iteration is 0 0, second iteration 0 1. Okay, therefore you know they are ij values. Ij values. Okay. So since this is an array, if you are passing only M1, the n percent is optional. But here you are passing only a particular location. Therefore, if you are passing a particular location, you have to put the n sign. That means memory address is required. Therefore, we are putting the AND operation here. Okay, now likewise, you can take the input for the second matrix. Input for M2. Okay, so here I equals 0, I less than M2R, second matrix R, and J equals 0, J less than M2C and J plus plus. And the printf, you can take the matrix 2 0 0 location I and J values and take the values to the M2 I and J locations. If I did any mistake, let me know. Input for M1, M2, input for M2. Okay, now we can do the multiplication. Okay, however, we have created the answer matrix, sizes we have defined. Now we can assign the values for this answer matrix here. How to assign the values for the answer matrix? You can write a for loop int I equals 0 and I equals 0. After that, how many times we have to run this one? I less than yeah, number of rows, that means left side. This one multiplied by here, 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 and after that, this one here, 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 and after that, this one here, here, and here. Therefore, here 3 rows available according to this example. How to get these 3 rows? M1 rows. That means this is M1R and I plus plus. Okay, then what you can do, then you can write another for loop. Int j equals 0 and j less than. Okay, now you know if you take the first one, you have to multiply it by first column, second column, and third column. How many columns this side you have to multiply? Okay, how many columns are available in the second matrix? That is the size. That means second matrix M2C. M2C means second matrix columns. Okay, after that J plus plus. Okay, now I think you guys have proper idea of this one. Okay, now what we are going to do? This one should multiply it by 3, 4, and 3. That means 2 should multiply it by 3, and this 2 should multiply it by 4, and this 3 should multiply it by 3. Okay, that means you have to write another for loop to get the summation of multiplication. Okay, therefore, first initialize integer sum, initially it is 0, and write another for loop. Let's say int ijk equals 0 and k less than that, this one should multiply it by this one, and this one. Okay, then you have to identify k should run how many columns. Okay, now this one should run, that means this one should run with this one, and this one should run with this one, and this one should run with this one. Okay, it should run either number of columns in the left side or number of rows in the right side. Both are correct. You can use either one because they are equal. Number of rows, there was a mistake. So can you create multiplication part use of function? Yeah, we can add the multiplication part inside the function also. First, I will do this one. After that, I will put that one to a function, multiplication part. Okay. Okay, now you know that when you are adding this one, 2 should multiply it with this one, 3. This 2 should multiply it with 4. This 3 should multiply it by this 3. Then you can write this, what do you call, how many iteration that k should run. It should equal to the M1 matrix number of columns or M2 matrix number of rows. Okay, both ones are correct. Therefore, here I use M1 number of columns, or otherwise you can use M2 number of rows. Both are correct. Okay, here I use M1 number of columns, and after that k plus plus. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to take the summation. Okay, summation is equal existing summation plus, you have to multiply this 2 with this 3. Okay, then how to do this multiplication? Now I will show some example drawing here. Let's take this one, and now we are going to multiply it by this one. Okay, now I will show the rows and columns in a different one. This is the row 0, row 1, row 2. Column 0, column 1, column 2. Here, row 0, row 1, row 2, column 0, column 1, column 2. Okay, now what we have to do, according to this example, initially I is 0, j is 0, and k is 0. Okay, then I is 0, j is 0, and k is 0. Initially they are zeros. Then what you have to do, this 2 should multiply it by 3, and this 2 should multiply this 4, and this 3 should multiply with this 3. Okay, that means 2 should multiply with this 1. That means 2 mean M1 0 0 location. That means left side 0 0 location multiplied by right side 0 0 location. Okay, 2 multiplied by 3. After that, this 2 multiplied by 4. This 2 means 0 1 location. 0 1 location should multiply it by this one, 1 0 location. 0 1 location should multiply it by 1 0 location. After that, 3 should multiply with this 3. That means 3 means 0 2 location. 0 2 location should multiply it with 2 0 location. Okay, then what you can do, then you will get the answer. You have to take the summation of everyone, that is the summation, and you have to put it to the 23. Okay, so this you have to calculate this one when the k is 0. Okay, when the k is 1, you have to take this one. When the k is 2, you have to take this one. I and j are zeros. Okay, once this k for loop is finished, you can go to the j equal 2. Next iteration in the j. That means I is still 0. Then j come to the first location. Okay. Then again, k equal 0, k equal 1, k equal 2. Okay. Then the k equal 2, what happened? Now, first iteration in here, you multiplied this one with this one. This one, and this one. Sorry. The first iteration you have taken, you multiply this one with this one. And when you come to the second iteration, still I is 0. And the j is this value. J is 1. Then what you have to do? The 2 should multiply with the 5. 2 is 0, 0 location. 0, 0 location should multiply it by this 5. 5 means 0, 1 location. Okay. Then 0, 0, 0 location. After that, 0, 1 location. 2 should multiply it by this 2. That means 0, 1 location. 0, 1 location should multiply it by this 2. 2 mean 1, 1 location. And after that, you have to identify the last one, the 0, 2 location. That means 3. 3 should multiply by this one. That means 0, 2 location. When k is 2, 0, 2 location should multiply it by 3 should multiply it by this 2. That means 2, 1 location. Okay, now you know you have to put what is the proper value for this one. That means 0, 0 location. Okay, 0 means you can identify I also 0, j also 0, k also 0. That means any value you can put. Okay, let's say this one is, you can use I or j. Okay, let's say this one is k value, k is 0. And this one also k value, k is 0. And this one you can use I or j. This one you can use I or j. Check whether which one is the correct. Whether we put the I or whether we put the j. Okay, here when you come to this one, I is 0, k is 1. Yes, it is okay. I is 0, k is 1. Here k is 1, I is 0. Yes, that is also okay. When you come to the k is 2, here we put the k value, because here you can say 0, 1, 2, it is equal to the k value. Here k, here k. And here you can use I or j, whatever the value. But when you come to the here, 0, 1, 2, again this is k. 0, 1, 2, again this is k. This is, you can use j is 1. Can you use j here? No, because j is 1. If you use a j, this will give you as 1. No, it is correct. But I is 0. Yeah, this is I. Here, can we use I here? No, I is 0. But here value is 1. That means 1 is j. That means here we have to use the j. Okay, now you can identify the best one is I, k and kj values. Okay. Therefore, you have to use it in a proper way. I, k and kj values, you have to multiply. Okay, sum is equal. You have to multiply M1 matrix, this value multiplied by M2 matrix value. So you have to put the I and j values. So here we have identified what are the I and j value. I, k and kj. Okay, I k value multiplied by the kj value. That is the way of multiplication. So here you can use I k value multiplied by kj values. Then you will get the summation properly. Okay. Once you get the summation, you have to put that value. That means once this what you call K for loop is finished, that means once the K for loop finishes, this one multiplied by this one. Okay, then we have to put it to the 0, 0 location in your answer. Okay, so once this one is finished, you can put it to the answer matrix 0, 0 location. Okay, 0, 0 location. After that, 0, 1 location. After that, 0, 2 location. After that, 1, 0, 1, 1, and 1, 2. Then what is the value? They are ij values. So here you can use I and j values of the answer network is equal to the summation we have calculated. Okay. Then what we can do, then we can print the matrices. Okay, now we have calculated the answer matrix. Now we can print the answer matrix. So here this one is calculate the answer matrix. Okay. Now how to calculate? You can use, sorry, how to print the values. So when you want to print the matrix, you need the 2 for loops. For int I equals 0, I less than, according to this example, 3 by 3, that here how many rows available, answer matrix, how many rows available. Okay, answer matrix, where is our answer matrix? This is answer matrix, how many rows available, M1R. This is how many rows available. Okay, here you can use M1R. And after that, I plus plus. Okay, then again for loop, int j is equal 0, j less than answer matrix number of columns. Columns are M2C. Less than M2C. Then j plus plus. Okay, then what you can do, then you can use the printf percentage %d and put a space. After that, you can print the answer net matrix I and j values. Okay, once you print one row, then next row should print in the next line. Okay, therefore, before going for the outer for loop second iteration, here you have to use the printf /n. Go to the next line. Okay, now I think we have done. Now we have to check whether this is perfectly run or not. Okay, let's run this program. Okay, let's take this example 3 by 3 matrix. Enter rows of the first matrix is 3. Enter columns of the first matrix is 3. Enter rows of the second matrix also 3. Enter columns of the second matrix also 3. Then matrix 0, 0 value. 0, 0 value means M1. M1 0, 0 value, that means 2, 2, 3. 0, 0, 0, 1 and 0, 2 location. 2, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. And next one, 3, 2, 4. 3, 2, 4. After that, 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Then we move to the second matrix. 3, 5, 7. 3, 5, 7. And 4, 2, 1. 4, 2, 1. And the 2, 0 location, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you can see the answer 23, 20, 19, 23, 20, 19, 29, 27, 27, 29, 27, 27. After that, 27, 19, 14. 27, 19, 14. Okay, that is the answer. Any questions up to here? Do you need any clarification of this one? So I have limited time. Now it is 2:23. So shall we move to the today's lab session? I think you guys can understand this one properly. Lab sheet 10 macros. Okay, I think you guys has no question in the previous one. Since I am going to this one, if you have any issues, you can send me an email, then I will explain that one in the next lab session. Okay, now this is the macros. There was a question, so could you go through some of the assignment question as well, please? Okay, now today I think I don't have enough time. Now it is 2:24. Okay, I will do some assignment question in the next week. Okay. In this lab session, you will learn the preprocessor and how to write macros in C. Okay. So you know the macro is a particular task. Macro is doing a particular task. That means it looks like a function in C program, but there are so many differences available. Okay, when you come to the C programming language, in the first lectures and the tutorial, and there was again questions. So can you upload the last assignment questions? Okay. I will upload the questions in the last assignment. Okay, where did I, okay, C compilation process. Okay, you know, when you come to the C compilation process, when you write this kind of C source code, so there are 4 stages in the compilation process you learn in the first lab session. That is pre-processing, compiling, and assembling and linking. Okay, when you come to the pre-processing, you know the stage 1 pre-processing. Preprocessor take care of this stage. Preprocessor goes to the entire source code and remove any comments. If you have any comments in your program, that will be removed because that comments are not going to execute. Therefore, they will remove the comments and expand the macros. Okay. If you have written any macros in your program, that will be expand and replace with that particular value and expand the included files. Okay. Now this is the expanding of the macros. Okay. If you have written anything in the macros, that will be expand. Okay. Let's see how does this happen. In the C preprocessor, it is not a part of the compiler. Preprocessor is not a compilation process. Before the compilation, the preprocessor is happened. But it's a separate step in the compilation process. We call it is a compilation process, but not belong to the compiler. Okay, it's happened separately before the compilation. Before the compilation happened. In a simplistic term, a C processor is just a text substitution tool. It looks like when you are writing a particular macro, so whatever the things you have been asked, it will be replaced by a particular text. Okay, and they construct the compilers to the required preprocessing before the actual compilation. we'll refer to the C preprocessor as CPP. Okay. So here and onwards, we put the C preprocessor as CPP. CPP mean not the C++. Okay, you know that there's another programming language available called C++. Here, this is not the C++. This is C preprocessing. Okay, this term is belong to the C preprocessing. The C preprocessor is very simple but powerful tool in the C programming language. Every C program is processed by the C preprocessor before compiling it. Okay, because you know you have to remove the expand the macros, remove the comments. Therefore, there's a preprocessing compilation happen. The preprocessor allows to combine the files using the hash include though define the constraint macros using the hash define keyword. Okay. Again, there was a question. So if it is necessary to add those printf lines, it is necessary to add those printf lines if only took the output array as used the given two arrays. That means the previous question, that means matrix multiplication, that Sandeep RGR. Did you ask that you have not taken user input? Okay, it doesn't matter. So however, if you have multiplied the two metrics, we can give you the marks. Okay, when you use the C preprocessor, you will be not having to invoke it explicitly. The C compiler will do so automatically. Okay, you know when you use a C preprocessor, you will not have to invoke it explicitly. Okay, C preprocessor will do automatically. All preprocessor commands begin with hash symbol. Okay, if it is a hash mean, that part is belong to the C preprocessor. Okay, that means hash include mean it is the part of the C preprocessor. It must be first non-blank character and the readability preprocessor directive should be begin with the first column. Okay, the following section lists the important C processor directives. Okay, you can see there are hash define, hash include, hash undef, if def, if not defined, not defined. That means if def mean if it is defined, don't worry, you will be learned. If ndef mean if it is not defined. Okay, as well as hash if, hash else, if else, these kind of pre-processing parts are available. Okay, now you can see the macros hash define, file in push, hash include, conditional operations, hash if. Okay, so when you are writing the macros, you have to use the hash define. The use of the preprocessor is the advantage since it makes program easier to develop. So there are several advantages as well as disadvantages also available. So it is easy to read. That means no type checking in the macros. Easier to modify. C code is transportable between different machine architectures. Okay. So here I will give you the brief difference between macros and the function. You know, I told you the macro looks like a particular function, but there are differences available. Okay. You know, if you take a macro, it is a pre-process, not belong to the compilation process. That means before the compilation, the pre-process should be happen, but the function is compiled. Okay. No type checking. You can use int or double. Just a variable is enough, X or Y. That you know when you are using the function, if it is a integer type variable, you have to declare it as int X. But here X is enough in the macro. That is why we say it is very easy to understand. Okay. Code length increase. Sorry. Here code length increases. That means when you write the macros, the length should be increased other than the function. So function, you can put the code length as same, but here it will be increases. Use of macro can lead to side effect. There can be side effects and there are no side effects available because macros are pre-processed, but sometimes we cannot guarantee how it's happened. The speed of execution is faster. Okay. If you need to do it immediately, the macros are very fast. Compared to the macros, the functions are slow. Before compilation, the macro name is replaced by the macro value. Okay. You know, it is a text substitution tool. That particular macro will be replaced by a particular text value before the compilation process. During the function call, transfer the control to the take place. Okay. When you are running the program at the runtime, that transfer the control. Okay. And the useful when the small code appears many times. Okay. Remember that you cannot run the very complexity. If you have any complex part to be executed, obviously you have to put it in a function. Okay. If you have very simple task to be executed, then you can put it inside the macro. Okay. Generally, macros do not extend beyond one line. Okay. Usually, macros you have write in a one line, but there is no such a rule. You can go to the second line, third line also. Usually, there is only one line, but function there can be more than one line. Okay. Macros does not check compile errors. Okay. But function check the compile errors. Okay. Here I will give you some example. I will erase this part. You can define a macro, let's say hash define. You can put the macro name, let's say my message. Okay. And here you can type whatever your message. Let's say hello world. Okay. That means my message mean it is hello world. This is the macro. This is the particular text. Okay. When you compile this program, before the compilation, the preprocessor convert this my message to the hello world. Okay. So inside the program, you can printf, let's say message is, so since this is a string type data, you can use %s and /n. After that, you can use my message. Okay, then you can run this program. You can see message is hello world. Okay, however, before the compilation, this my message has been replaced by the hello world. Therefore, here what happened? Automatically put hello world and print message is hello world. So this is the simple example for a macro. Okay, now I told you generally macros do not extend beyond one line. But if you want, you can extend beyond one line. Okay, you can write the macro as a function. Let's say now you are going to write a macro as a message. Let's say whatever the hash define message. Okay. After that, you need, let's say there are two variables. Okay. Usually, if you have two variables, you have, if it is integer type variable, int a and int b. This is how you define. But here in the macro, just the variable names are enough. A and b. They can be integer, float, or char, or string values, whatever the one. Okay. Then what you can do, you can put this one as printf. You can take this one as hash a and hash a and hash b. Hash a and hash b. So we love you or whatever the one. Hash A and hash B. After that, we love you. Okay, hash A mean replace whatever the past value to the A to the here, hash A. After that, print and hash A. After that, print and after that, hash B. Hash B. Then you can put whatever the things that we love you or whatever the one. Okay, then you can so inside the main program, you can call the message. Message you have to pass A and B. So how to pass? I can't remember that one. Okay, here Saman and Kamal, we love you. That means you are calling that message with A as Saman and B as Kamal, and you are passing that printf. Here, whatever the things you pass here, you can take it by using the hash A. Okay, that means whatever the text you pass to here will assign to the here, and whatever the text you pass to the here and assign to the here, and the value will be printed here. Okay, so now here I want to tell you the continuation. Okay, you told me that this part is in a one line. Okay, this is the function name with the parameters, and this is what should happen when you are calling that one. Okay, suppose that I need to put this one to the next line. Then I will put this one, enter. Okay, then you can see, so there is a continuation mark. Okay. So this continuation mark should be there. If you don't put this one, this will be give you an error. Okay, if you are continue, you have to use this backslash. Okay, I told you generally we do not use the macro in 2 or 3 lines. Generally we put only one line, as I mentioned in the previous. That means likewise here in one line. But if you want, you can take this one to the next line with the continuation mark. And remember that yeah, this one, continuation mark. Okay, but remember that we usually don't put this kind of one if it is not really needed. Suppose that it is very complex to identify. If you are put this in one line, then you can move it to the more than one line. Okay, next one is the string guys sign. That means hash sign. Okay, the string guys or the number of hash sign operator when used within the macro definition, we use this hash sign when you are using the macro definition. You know, always use the hash sign. Converts the macro parameter into the single constraint. How here hash mean actually not this hash, sorry, this one. Inside the printf here I use this one line. So here this hash is used in the macro definition, convert the macro parameter into the string constant, right? Convert it to the string constant, and this operator or maybe use only the macro that has been specified argument in the parameter list. Okay, as I mentioned earlier. So this hash sign is used to replace this one to the here, and this hash sign is used to replace this B to the here. Okay, now this example is available. I already mentioned Saman and Kamal. Okay, you can run this program. So without this one also, you can pass that two text lines, Saman and Kamal, as variables also. This is a text. Here I think void main message 4. Here. Without printf, you can use this message as Saman and Kamal. That is also possible. So when you run this program, Saman and Kamal, we love you. That means this is looks like the variable. Actually, this is not a variable. This is just a text. Okay, that is why we told you these kind of things will not check in at the compilation time. So just whatever the things you pass it to the here will be printed as it is. Okay, and the defined operator. Okay, I told you that there are some operators also available with the hash. Okay, what is this done by this if not defined operator? For an example, let's say we have defined, let's say hash define, let's say message, let's say goodbye. Okay, now we have defined a message called goodbye. Okay, then here I am going to print that message. You can use the whatever the one, okay, not the message. Here we have to use the printf now. Printf message goodbye. Okay, that whatever the things printed here. Okay, now next one is what is this? Not defined. Okay, suppose that you don't know whether this message is defined or not. Okay, here you can identify this message is defined because it is there. But sometimes you are going to include multiple files. Okay, sometimes some files is not here in somewhere else. Okay, in that means they in some other file, sometimes this message is defined. Okay, then what you have to do, if the message is not defined, then you have to define whatever the one, otherwise take that defined as it is. Okay, for an example, we can use if not defined, not defined that message. Okay, if not defined message, this one, then what you can do, then you can hash define message. What is the message we can use here? Goodbye. Let's say hello world. Okay, likewise, you print this one. And after that, I am going to end this if hash end if. Okay, now what is the meaning of this one? If there is a message, that means if there is a macro already defined as message, or not defined as message, then define it as hello world. But it is already defined. Then is it going to define that one? No, because it is already defined there, whole message. So then what happens if you run? It say it is goodbye. Why? Because it is already defined. Therefore, this condition false. Therefore, this one is not going to define because it is already defined. Suppose that you have not defined that one. This is not there. Then what happened? This hello world will be defined. Then when you run, then hello world is printed. Okay, that is the meaning of this define this one. Okay, now we will do simple parameterize macros. Okay, how to take a square of a value. Okay, First, we will write the function to get the square of the value. Let's say int square int x. Okay, square of the lesson that suppose that this is 2, then output should be 2 into 2. If this is 3, 3 into 3, that means 9. If it is 10, 10 into 10, that means 100. Therefore, you have to return x into x. So then I will define this one here. After that, here I will call printf square of 10 is %d/n. Here you call square with the value 10. This is how you can do using a function. Okay, square of 10 is 100. Okay, now without using this function, I am going to replace this one with the macro. How to write the macro? You can write square x, output is x into x. No return typo, no whatever the one. Here you have to put this is the out. Okay. Then how to do this one? Instead of this one, I will remove this one and I will remove this one. And here hash define square. You have to put a variable x or y or whatever the one. Then answer should be x into x. X multiplied by x. That is the answer. So then you can run this program. X into x is 100. So here the brackets are optional. If you want, you can put the brackets, not like functions. If you want, you can use the brackets. The answer is 10. Okay. Suppose that you need to find the maximum values, max values of 2 values. Then you can use hash define max. You are passing x and y. X comma y. No data types required. Then what you can do, you can use x greater than y, ternary operator, x greater than y, then x, otherwise y. In x greater than y, likewise here, x greater than y. In such a situation, you know x is the answer, otherwise y is the answer. Okay, now you can use, let's say max value is, here you call the max. Let's say 3,7. 3,7. You can see max value is 7. Okay. X greater than y, then x, otherwise y. Okay. Any questions up to here? If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, now I will do the first example. Write a C program to find the area of a circle using the macro. Okay, you know area of the circle is 2πr. Okay, let's ask user to enter the user input value, then find the area of the circle. Okay, how to get this one? here you can use hash define, let's say area of a circle, area. Okay, so you have to usually pass integer type R, integer or float type, but you know the data type is not required, therefore you can use R or whatever the one. Then what is the R? R is equal 5R squared. Okay, you know the 5 value is 3.1415, no? 3.1415 multiplied by R into R. So this is the answer. Okay, then you can use that declare int R, then ask user to enter any value, printf, enter R, scanf, percentage D, and R. After that, what you can do, you can take the printf area is so here you know this value is a floating point value, therefore 0.2 f/n. So take the area and pass the R. Okay. So it is not required to take the same variable. Let's say this one is radius. Radius, and this is and radius. And here pass the radius. Okay, then you pass the radius value to the R. Then you can run this program. Enter R, let's say 5. Area is 78.54. Okay. So if you want that, you can define this one in another function. That means this value, if you want, you can define that one. That means hash define. So this is the 5 value. Okay. 5. What is the value? This is the value. No equal sign, put space and define it as this one. Hash define 5, that is this one. No equal. You define this one as here, and here you can use that 5. That PI value. That is also possible. Okay, when you run, let's say R is 7, it's 153.93. Okay. Any questions available? Shall I do this one? SAP variable using the macro expansions. Okay. Now I am going to SAP 2 variable X and Y value. I am going to interchange. Okay. Then how to do this one? Let's say hash define. Let's say SAP. You need to pass the X and Y value. Okay. Then you have to pass X value into Y, Y value into X. So you know, if you, in order to SAP, you need to take another variable called temporary variable. Okay. So when you are taking that temporary variable, obviously you have to declare that one. Okay. Then here you can declare int temporary variable. Let's say T, int T. After that, what you can do, the X variable value you have to put to the Y variable you have to put the X. Okay, when you use the, let's say, that Y value to the X, the existing X value will be lost. Therefore, put that X value to the temporary variable t. T equal x. Okay, then semicolon. Okay, you have put x value to the t. Then you can change the x value. Okay, then x value equal y. Put that y value to the x. Okay, then y value is equal x. X is available in the t variable t. Okay, then what you can do now, this is the SAPin process. You can use int a comma b. Let's say a is 5, b is 7, and printf before SAP. A is a equal percentage d and b equal percentage d slash n. Here you can pass a comma b. Okay, then after SAP, a comma b is again a comma b. Okay, here I am going to use that SAP a comma b. Okay, now try to run this program. Okay, before SAP, a is 5, b is 7. Now after SAP, b is 7, sorry, a is 7, b is 5. Okay. I think the semicolon also sometimes optional, no? Check whether but here semicolon is required. It gives you an error because when you are doing this kind of one, okay, you can do that. And that if you require, that means suppose that this is very complicated when you write it in one line, you can go to the next line. That means next line, next line, next line, and next line. Okay. Okay, usually we put the not here, the continuation marks we usually put in the here. Here continuation, here continuation, and here continuation, here continuation. Do not put the continuation here. Okay, then sometimes it will give you an error. But here it's gave you answer. Okay, but because the second, when you put the continuation, so when you run this program, it identify the main is belong to the part of the macro because there's a continuation mark. That means next line is belong to the main. Therefore, if you use this one, put a blank space here. Okay. You may put a blank space. Or otherwise, if you use it, this one, remove this continuation mark for the last one. And there was a question. So is it called by reference like method using the passing arguments to the macros? Actually, there is a problem in that one also, that it is looks like call by reference, but we cannot actually tell that it is called by reference, whatever the one, because actually we cannot say how actually it's happened because this is pre-processing part. That means before the compilation process, these values has been replaced. Okay, therefore, at one point of view, we can say it is looks like a pass by reference. But the actual way is doing is little bit different than the function referencing, that means pass by reference in functions. Okay, but here it is looks like pass by reference. Okay, any other questions? So now time is 3 o'clock. So you can try out these kind of things. There are 8 questions available. Try these 8 questions. I will upload the link to the Moodle. Let's say 7 days. So you have 6 days and 8 hours available. Okay. So what we have to do, submit these answers to the Moodle. Okay. Now I think we have about 15 minutes remaining. Do you have any questions up to here? If you don't have any question, I can wind up the lab session. And if you need to do any other questions available in the previous lab session or previous exams, send me an email indicating what is the question to be done. Then I will explain that part in the next lab session. Any questions up to here? No questions. Okay, seems to be yeah, seems to be you don't have any question. Therefore, I conclude the lab session. Thank you for the participation.